Yeah, I believe you're having a great day, and I believe you're having a very good Wednesday. So, how's the day going over there? How's the day going with you over there? How's the day going with you over there? So, yeah, well, I am a bit down. We went for an inspection throughout yesterday. So, inspection to two of our properties, one in Ibadan and the other one in Lagos. So yeah, my voice might be a bit down, a bit low. So kindly bear with me. Kindly bear with me. Yes, so how is the day going with you out there? Welcome everyone, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Today we will be discussing on biblical world framework. The biblical world framework. That's what we'll be discussing on today. And before I go into that, I want to lay a foundation that wealth, true wealth, comes from God. True wealth comes from God, and wealth in itself generally is spiritual. Wealth in itself is spiritual. No matter, just name anyone that is wealthy today, starting from Elon Musk, the richest man in the world. Begin to name every wealthy man or woman in the world today, on earth today. Their wealth came from the spirit realm. Do you understand? So, wealth is spiritual. You cannot gain a level of wealth without tapping into the spirit realm. There's just no way. You might be able to gain a level of wealth with diligence, with principles, with following knowledge, with understanding principles of wealth, with applying the knowledge that you've learned, with skills. You may be able to attain a level of knowledge with all those things, but then you cannot reach a certain height of wealth if you don't tap into the spiritual. That means wealth is spiritual. Wealth is spiritual. Real wealth, a certain level of wealth is spiritual. Do you understand? So I want us to discuss on the biblical wealth framework. What does wealth mean biblically? Or because my emphasis is on is based on scripture. Okay, I can see someone joining us. Welcome. Welcome. I don't know who's joining us right now, but then let me see your comments. Let me see your name and where you are joining from. Yes, I am Samuel. Welcome. I can see people joining already. Let me see your name and where you are joining from. So I'm Samuel. I'm a realtor and a wealth advisor. Today we are discussing on the biblical wealth framework. So as I was saying, that wealth is spiritual. There's a certain level of wealth that you cannot get with diligence alone. There's a certain level of wealth that you cannot get with relationships alone. There's a certain level of wealth that you cannot get with skills alone. There's a certain level of knowledge that you cannot get with applying principles alone. You have to be able to tap into the spiritual realm. That's where you get ideas that can change your world, that can change your generation. Do you understand? So that's it. Okay, I can see Irfan. I can see Irfan. Hello, good day to you, Irfan. I can see you. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining. And where are you joining from? Let me know where you are joining from. Let me know what country you are joining from, Irfan. And let me see your likes also. Alright, so yeah, you have to be able to understand spiritual principles to be able to get some level of wealth. All right, Arfan, I can see your like, I can see it. Thank you very much, and I can see your comments. Let me see other people's comments too. Let me get other people's comments. Where are you joining from, Arfan? Where are you joining from? All right, so you have to be able to tap into is a level of spirituality before you can get some level of wealth. Do you understand? So that's how it is. That's how it is. Afran, I'm still waiting for your comments. Okay, UK. Wow, that's great, Afran. That's great. It's great to have you here, Afran. It's great to have you here. I'm joining from Nigeria here, and I am Samuel, a real estate consultant and a wealth advisor. So I come here every single day to come live and to discuss on wealth principles, to discuss on real estate, to discuss on life and purpose. Do you understand? So I would appreciate you to subscribe, and so that you can just let yourself know whenever I'll be coming live. I come live every single day. Okay, I can see Kelly too. Kelly, I can see you. How are you doing today, Kelly? How are you doing, Kelly? So Arfan, it's nice meeting you. Arfan, it's nice meeting you. Kelly, it's nice meeting you. Where are you joining from, Kelly? Alright, so yeah, welcome once again, everyone. So today I'll be discussing, as I have said, I'll be discussing on wealth biblically. So there might be a bit of noise over here, but kindly bear with me. Kindly bear with me. Kindly bear with me. Alright, Kelly, I'm still expecting your comments. Where are you joining from? And I'll appreciate you to like it also. I'll appreciate your like. Alright, so where are you joining from, Kelly? Yeah, let's talk about wealth according to the scriptures, according to the spiritual realm. Wealth spiritually. What is wealth spiritually? Wealth spiritually is purity. It's not having people say that when you get so rich that means you are wealthy. Yes, it's part of it, but it's not starting from that point. Do you understand? It's starting from integrity, from purity, from honesty. That's where wealth starts from. That's according to the scriptures. Now let's talk on, I believe I've been able to lay that foundation. Now let's discuss on how you can get wealth, true wealth itself. How you can get true wealth itself. Please bear with my voice. It's a bit low today. I've been on inspection throughout yesterday, so kindly bear with my voice. But then I believe I'm audible enough. So Kelly, let me still get your comments. Afran, it's nice meeting the spirituality of wealth. That wealth is spiritual. Starting from Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, all those rich people, they tapped into the spiritual level. That means of wealth, that diligence, following principles, applying principles, those things. There's a level of wealth that they will not give you until you tap into a higher realm. You can just name anyone that is rich, starting from Elon Musk, the richest man on earth. They all tapped into a spiritual realm, and it's in the spiritual realm that they get ideas. Those crazy ideas, you call them crazy ideas, but then what they really are supernatural ideas. Do you understand? When the average person sees those ideas, they will say, wow, crazy idea this is. They say such a crazy idea this is, but it really is a supernatural idea because it didn't come from them, it came from the spiritual. So that's what brings a level of wealth to them, a higher level of wealth to them. Do you understand? So yeah, and how do you start getting wealth from this point of spirituality? It starts from knowing who you are. That's where it starts. So when you are getting wealth spiritually, it's not what can you get, it is who do you believe you are. Because who you believe you are will come before what you believe you can do. Let me say it again. Who you believe you are will come before what you believe you can do. Who you believe you are precedes what you believe you can do. Take for example, let's say someone is a beggar on the streets. Why is he a beggar on the streets? Is it because he wants to be a beggar on the streets? No. It's because he has believed that that is what he can do. Do you understand? He has believed that that is who he is. Then that determined what he is doing, begging. Now, suddenly, if he just suddenly feels or believes that he can do something greater than that, let's say just comes to realization suddenly that why am I even begging? Can't I do something extra? Can't I take up a job or something? That moment he believed that he can become something better. What he can do will change. Do you understand? So who you believe you are precedes what you believe you can do. Do you understand? A president believes that he can become a president before he became a president. So he is not a president. He is someone, is an individual that believes he can become a president. Then he became a president. Do you understand? So who you believe you are precedes what you believe you can do. Who you believe that you are comes before what you believe you can do. So whatever you see someone doing or whatever you become by yourself, or let's say you see someone doing around you in your environment, know that that is not who they are. That is what they believe they can do. What they are coming to do or how they are behaving or their life, their situation is only a result of what they believe they can do. If they believe they can become better, the result will show. It will be reflective on their actions, on their behaviors, on their lifestyle. Do you understand? So what you believe you are, or who you believe you are, precedes what you believe you can do. Okay, Arfan, I don't get your question. What do you mean? Arfan, I think you're trying to say completely different question. Let me get your question right, Arfan. Let me get your question right. Let me get your question right, Arfan. Alright, so who you believe you are precedes what you believe you can do. So it all starts with believing who you are. Arfan, please rephrase your question. Please rephrase your question, Arfan. So who you are comes before what you can do, or who you believe that you are. Who you believe that you are precedes what you believe you can do. So if you believe you can become someone that is greater than your current self, as time goes on, you will become that person. Do you understand? It all starts with believing who you are. Okay, Afran, I'm still waiting for you, Afran. It all starts with believing who you are. Do you understand? It all starts with believing who you are. And that, my friends, is what they call identity. That exactly is what they call identity. When you're saying what is your identity, some people will just say, well, I'm a realtor, I work with a real estate company, I'm a wealth advisor, I advise people on how to create wealth. That is not who I am. That is what I believe I can do. Do you understand? But what I really am, or who I really am, is an individual that can become whatever and anything I want to become. That's who I am. That's my identity. That I believe I can become whatever and whoever I believe I can become, based on my mindset, based on my identity. That is who I am. Now, when the question goes that, okay, so what do you believe you can do? Then or what do you do? Then you cannot say, okay, I'm a realtor, I work with real estate firm, I'm a wealth advisor, do you understand? But then when they say, who are you? Don't say what you do. Say who you are. I am a person or an individual that can become whatever I want to become, that is limitless, that is borderless. I am full of capacity and I am free to become whatever it is I want to become, in as much as I believe that I can become it. So you can become whatever you want to become in as much as you believe that you can become it. Do you understand that? You can become whatever it is that you want to become in as much as you believe that you can become it. So it all starts with, who do you believe you are? Then the question next is, what do you believe you can do? So what I'm trying to say here is that to build wealth, you have to know who you are first. You have to know who you believe you are. So there are many people that if you ask them this simple question, they really don't have the answer to it because they don't know who they are. I can see people joining. Let me get your comments and your likes. Let me get your comments. Where are you joining from? Afran, I'm still waiting for your comment. I'm still waiting for it. You are asking a question. I'm still waiting for it. So it all starts with, who do you believe you are? To create wealth, it starts with, who do you believe you are? Who do you believe you are? Before, what can you do? So if you believe that you can just do something that's around our average, if you believe that you can do something that's average, then that's what you can do. But then if you believe that you can become someone that does better than you are currently doing, then you can do that. Understand? It all starts with believing who you are. It all starts with believing who you are. Who do you believe that you are? That's the first step to building wealth. So when God wants to give you wealth, true wealth, He doesn't just say, what can you do? It does not just say, okay, so what skill do you have? Do you understand that now? It starts from your identity first. Who do you believe you are? Do you believe that you can make $1,000 in a week? Do you believe that you can make $10,000 in a month? That's it's starting from your identity. Do you believe you can make that amount in a week or in a month? Many people in their whole lifetime, they've only dreamt of making $10,000 in their lifetime. Many people, they've only dreamt of making $100,000 in their whole lifetime. Many people, they've only dreamt of making $1 million in their whole lifetime. But there are some people that there's never enough. They just believe that they can do much more better than they currently are. Do you understand? Like, they believe that they are limitless. They believe that they are borderless. They believe that they cannot be caged. They believe that there's no um what's the word now? There's no ceiling to their capacity. There are people like that. They believe that there's no ceiling to their capacity, that the sky is just a starting point. So who do you believe you are? Many people just want to make 100K a day or a month or a week or a year or in a lifetime. So it depends on who do you believe you are. It starts with your identity. Wealth starts from your identity. Wealth starts with your identity. Wealth starts with your identity. So who do you believe you are? That's how you get wealth. That's how you build wealth. Then, when you've believed that you can become this, that you have this capacity, probably you thought that, okay, I can just make $1,000 in a week, but then now you've believed that you can make $10,000 in a week. You begin to work towards it. You begin to get ideas for yourself. Do you understand? You begin to gain ideas on how you can make that amount of money. Do you understand it? So that's how it is. That's how it is. I think this live will be. I'll be rounding up in some minutes because I'm currently out of battery right now. But then I believe I've been able to, show you something about wealth, about creating wealth, about building wealth. Wealth starts with your identity, then it ends on what you can do. Do you understand? Who do you believe you are precedes what do you believe you can do. Do you understand that now? So Afran, let me see your comment on any of my videos. I'll know it's you. Do you understand? Because I'll be rounding up now. Let me see your comments on any of my videos. I'll know it's you. Do you understand? So yes, thank you very much. It's been an insightful session for me myself, and I believe it's been for you also. All right. Thank you very much, and have a great day ahead.